Mets win, baby, 6-0 over the Philadelphia Phillies. And I just got home from Citi Field, of course. What a game as the Mets go in and you look at the pitching matchup and you're like, all right, well, Zach Wheeler's the ace of the Phillies. You're going up against Bassett. Yeah, Bassett's been great this year, but will he be able to go toe-to-toe with one of the best pitchers in the game? And surely he did not fail. The Mets end up winning the series 2-1 over the Philadelphia Phillies, winning the rubber match, of course, again, because that's what the Mets have been doing all year long. Before we talk further about this game, be sure to leave a like on the video if you do enjoy. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially for Met fans. Turn on your notifications as well so you know when I upload. Remember, we are brought to you by Manscaped. They're the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Get those precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. The men's ultimate hygiene bundle includes the lawnmower, includes deodorant, includes boxers, includes every single thing you need to stay clean. And you could get 20% off and free shipping worldwide utilizing the code Python. So go check them out. Link is in the description, as well as check out TickPick if you want to be part of the action at Citi Field. Link is in the description if you want to save some money and head on down to a game. But let's talk about this. So Bassett, pretty solid first inning. I mean, there's not much really to talk about. He gets the first 3 outs in order. Not much really that went on. So, yeah. Then, bottom of the first, Mets end up getting a run early. Brandon Nimmo with a leadoff double, which you love to see because when Nimmo is going, the lineup is going. Marte then grounds out, but Francisco Lindor gets an RBI single to give the Mets an early 1-0 lead. And I'm like, all right, you get an early run off Zach Wheeler. Huge. Let's see where this leads. Let's see if Bassett can keep us in the game enough to the point where, all right, if we just get to that Phillies bullpen and, stay close. In my mind, I figured this would be, like a 3-3 game by the time both starters were out. If you could keep it a bit close, get to that bullpen, maybe get a couple runs. Mets didn't add any other runs in the first inning. Second inning starts off with a ground out, and then Castellanos gets a single, but then Bassett cleans that up with a double play. Easy work. Mets then go down in order in the bottom of the second. Third inning, not really a lot that went on here for Bassett either. I mean, he walked Marsh, but that was pretty much about it. Outside of that, got a strikeout, got some contact outs. That's all there is to that inning. Bottom third, there was nothing in terms of offense. Fourth inning, a little bit of trouble for Bassett, which was very scary. Rhys Hoskins gets a single. Bohm gets a single. And then Real Muto, huge strikeout here. Didn't throw any balls on that count. I think he struck him out maybe on 3 pitches. Great count there against Real Muto. He ends up striking him out. Nick Castellanos then flies out, and then Hall ends up grounding out. Huge way to get out of that inning. And things looked pretty scary. The pitch count was getting high with Bassett. Bottom of the fourth, though, the Mets end up adding on some runs as Lindor grounds out, but Pete Alonso then gets a double. Vogelbach strikes out, but the Mets score with 2 outs because that's what they do. Mark Canha gets an RBI single, makes it 2-0, followed by Guillorme getting one to make it 3-0. And then Jeff McNeil ends up walking, and McCann then gets a single, and Brandon Marsh has a hard time feeling this ball, and that brings in 2 runs. Mets go up 5-0. Nimmo then flies out. But to go up 5-0, very huge, especially against Zach Wheeler of all pitchers, which as Met fans, we know firsthand that he is one of the best in the game. Top 5th, Escobar comes in for Guillorme. So great, another injury to the infield. That's what we love to see, right? Yeah, so we'll wait to see what the update is there unless it came out and I just didn't see. But at least to my knowledge, I'm not too sure what the injury is right now, but Guillorme goes out of the game, unfortunately. And then a little bit of trouble again for Bassett. There ends up being an error on Pete Alonso to get Segura aboard. Then Marsh with a double. But Bassett ends up doing some solid work. He picks up back-to-back strikeouts, walks Hoskins. Could have easily struck him out on that full count there. And then Alec Boehm ends up lining out, and the Mets escape some huge trouble there. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Marte gets a leadoff single. Unfortunately, Lindor, he strikes out, and then Marte gets gunned out trying to steal a bag. Alonso strikes out, and that ends that inning. Quick work there for Wheeler. Trevor Williams comes into the game. They probably could have got maybe one more, I thought, out of Bassett. I know he struggled a bit, but given the amount of pitches that he's thrown lately, I felt like maybe you could have squeezed another inning out of him. But regardless, Trevor Williams comes in, and he looked very solid. Got contact outs, allowed a single, but outside of that was very good. Bottom 6, Vogie hits a home run to lead things off in the inning. A first pitch home run nonetheless, and that gives the Mets a comfortable 6-0 lead. Mark Canha then gets a single, and then unfortunately the Mets cannot drive in a run as Wheeler picks up a pair of strikeouts. There, top 7th. The Phillies offense couldn't really get anything going. You had a Bryson Stott single, but that was about it. Trevor Williams staying very effective for us. Knebel then comes in. He walks Nimmo, strikes out Marte, and then there was a bit of an injury, it looked like, through the Lindor at bat. So he ends up going out for Bilotti. Sure, I don't know who this is, but he ends up walking Lindor on the first pitch, and then he ends up getting the next 2 outs fairly easily there. 8th inning, Michael Givens comes in for Williams, and it does say what Guillorme's injury was here, but Alec Boehm ends up grounding out, and Guillorme apparently left the game due to a groin injury. Great. Real Muto then strikes out. Castellanos with a double, and then Hall strikes out. Givens looked a lot better today. I mean, him not throwing enough strikes for my likings is a bit concerning still to me, but regardless, I'm not going to complain considering the situation here. Brad Hand then comes into the game, and the only thing that the Mets could do off of him is get a Jeff McNeil double. Someone's going to have to go on the injury list because Escobar's been an automatic out. He has just not been good. Joely then comes in for Givens, and it was not fun. Segura gets a single. Sosa pitch hits for Marsh, gets a single, and he picks up back-to-back strikeouts, walks Rhys Hoskins, and you got to bring out Avina to get the final out. He punches out Alec Boehm. Mets win the game 6-0. And in terms of the stat line for Bassett, he allows 4 hits, 2 walks, and gets 5 strikeouts on the day. No earned runs, of course. Bassett looked pretty sharp, good enough for my liking. Trevor Williams, he was great today too. 1 strikeout, allowed 2 hits. No walks, which was huge. Givens, no walks, which was huge. 2 strikeouts, allowed a hit. Rodriguez, 2 strikeouts, a walk, but 2 hits, a very scary outing for him. I thought that the Mets might choke it at one point, but Ottavino then picked up the last and final out for a strikeout, so not much to talk about there. The lineup, everybody got a hit today except for Escobar, so there's not really much to complain about. Shout out to Canada for picking up 2 hits. The lone Met to get 2 hits on the day, and I'm a little confused, though, with McCann. I thought he picked up 2 RBIs, unless it's because of a fielding play where it didn't count as an RBI. I don't know, but McCann coming through in a big spot. That was nice to see him. A pleasant surprise there. Brandon Nimmo walking. Lindor with a walk as well. McNeil with a walk. So pretty much everyone went 1 for 3 or 1 for 4 outside of Escobar, who got 2 at-bats, and he struck out once and did nothing. So, yeah, not much to talk about when it comes to him, but huge series win. You push yourself in a good spot. Unfortunately, the Marlins couldn't do us any good and pick up a win against the Braves. But now we go to Atlanta and play a 4-game series. So we control our own destiny here. If you get swept, holy crap, I'm going to have a heart attack and need to be hospitalized. If you sweep, then the division's probably over at that point. If you split, okay, still a bit of a race there, but let's see. But this is going to be a huge series. Glad Diaz didn't have to get used this game because I don't think he was available. 2, I felt like maybe he would be if things got really, really shaky, especially if Ottavino started to get into some trouble. But regardless, I'm very pleased with what this team has been doing. I'm very pleased, and let's see if they could carry the momentum going in to Atlanta. But that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're Met fans, turn on your notifications. And I'll see you in the next one. Let's go Mets, baby.